to the live stream. We are back at it. I have not done no analysis or nothing. I just got all set up. I just hopped on and I haven't looked at the charts at all, so I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's happening. I'm gonna do that right now. So I see we're respecting this 15-minute zone above. Let me change my display real quick. Hold on. Now you can't see it, but right now my screen is like orange, like that night light. So I can, okay, yeah, I changed it right now. You know what I'm talking about? This thing right here, the night light. I can make it orange or not. You just can't tell because I'm recording off my desktop. Okay, I'll leave it like 60. I normally have it like at 100. Okay, so let me do my analysis. Okay, I got my journal ready. I'm gonna be risking $730 per trade just to get out. I'm in the trailing drawdown. Okay, hold on. Wow, this is disgusting price action. I did not realize how bad it was. Oh, this is terrible. Okay. Let me mark this out. I see something else too I want to mark out. I'll mark it out just in case. Let me see. It's like right here. Okay, good. Let's get this done. All right, so there's a 15-minute zone above. You can see it right here. I'm working with incomplete data because the contract changed. But we are coming up. Okay. Let's go. All right, let's see if we find anything here. Oh, I kind of like this play right here. I don't know if I'm gonna have time to hop on it. My main. I might just do it. Let me see. Trade. I want a reaction before we enter it though. Trade. Create new order. Buy. Can I do this? Nice. Okay, and then we're gonna only. I think we can only use 5 contracts anyways. Okay. And then press buy. Yippee! Okay. Let me just make sure everything is to the T here before I do enter. There's that. There is that. Okay. And let me adjust this. All right. Okay, whatever. I'll leave it there. I also have a sandwich here and some chips. So I'm going to try my best to not eat it in the mic. If I do, and if you catch me slipping, let me know so I can step away from the mic. So ideally, I like this play better than this one. But I do like the strength that this one caused. I do like the sweep and the pullback this one caused. So I am interested in this play. I want a reaction to the zone. If I get no reaction, I'm going to rip my order off. And to be very clear, I'm not using my copy accounts on this trade. I'm using this trade to pass a combine. So I'm risking almost everything I can risk, the max size I can risk on this combine. Is this the only setup you take? I'm glad you asked. Yes, it's the only setup I take. There's nothing else I trade. And also with this setup that I take, I can gauge direction with it. So I can go on the higher time frames and look for the same pattern. Just found your channel yesterday. You just came to the right place. I'm gonna change your life. I don't know if you traded before. If you're currently not profitable, I can make you profitable in like less than 3 weeks. I don't know if you watched the videos on how the setup's supposed to look, but I can do it on the higher time frame. On the top right, I have the 15-minute. I can make it any color I want. So let's just say I made this green. It's a higher time frame, so the 15-minute zone. And you see how we're respecting it right here. We're respecting it again right here. We're getting a reaction to the higher time frame zone. It did. Dude, that's awesome. So then you understand the setup and everything. I'm just super selective. I only go for A+++. Like it has to be with the trend. I need to understand direction, then I'll go for it. In situations like this where I'm at right now, it seems pretty bullish, but we are rejecting a higher time frame. So I want a reaction on the zone before I enter. And by reaction, I want price to come in, tap the zone, and then come and fill me. I'm always expecting a loss because I want to keep my mentality in check. And that's basically it. If you like scour through all my stuff, there's a lot of good value there. If you have any questions, please ask me. But overall, I just want you to join the mentorship just so I can make you profitable and you skip all the years of like confusion and whatnot. And if you want to, I can show you too if you want to see the mentees journals and stuff. Just let me know. I can pull everything up for you. Let's see here. I have 2 funded accounts with TopStep. I'm gonna try this on one of them. Thanks. Yeah, there's like a lot of incomplete information on my YouTube. That's why I sell the mentorship, because there's a lot more information. So you can gauge direction, because you can't really gauge direction with the information I've given. If you want to get away with if you want to get away without joining the mentorship, just watch all my live streams, but it's just pointless. I would just get in the mentorship. It's so cheap. If you try to trade, I'm assuming that you've been booming and busting, that you haven't got to payout yet. So you just jumping into trying to trade my strategy on your newly funded account, more than likely it's going to cause you to boom and bust once again. You're going to build bad habits like you have been. Unless you are profitable and you've been profitable, then you should be okay. But if you're not profitable and you keep booming and busting, you're just going to keep, nothing's going to change. Like in whatever strategy you follow, you're still going to keep booming and busting because you haven't got a mentor yet. You just haven't had somebody to hold your hand through the process. Because anybody can get funded. A chicken can get funded. Like anyone can get funded. Payout is a little harder. Last year was 13K payout. What happened? Was it, were you just like inconsistent or? Oh, well, last year was a few days ago, so I guess you're okay then. Well, then if you have money, I would just get into the mentorship so you can skip. Yeah, I would. Well, if you're profitable, then I wouldn't trade any other strategy. I would just stick to the strategy you know and not change it. Because you would just be hindering yourself if you did so well already. And if you do plan to trade my model, I do not recommend trading anything else because you can just use this exact model to gauge direction. So like I know what trades are bullish or bearish. And then if you do join the mentorship, I'm real big on us passing accounts. So I would make sure you master the strategy first by making you submit backtest. And then we would go into the passing. For a few live streams. Yeah, no problem. I just, my whole avatar that I target, the people that I want to be a mentor for, are those boom and bust traders, like the people who are struggling and like never have a solid foundation. And those are the ones who succeed the most because like they know how the game is and they know what they need to be doing. So right now in the beginning of January, we've been having bad price action. I use Pat's trading system with some small changes. I don't really know what Pat's is. I've never heard of it. I'm pretty sure if I did some quick research, I'd find out. I don't know if you use any indicators or anything, but with this strategy, I think you already saw. We use literally nothing. It's just drawings on the screen. And I just look for that same pattern on the higher time frames. And then I have like these Fibonacci lines are just resistant lines. So you can see like how we're respecting these resistant lines. And like we have a resistant line up here. It's just it's a Fibonacci I have set. So we're more than likely going to respect this green line. But yeah, if you're currently profitable, I wouldn't move into another strategy. But obviously you want to give this a look, give it a shot, and then maybe switch. But if you do switch to another strategy, then I would obviously want to see you submit back tests for like 30 days or whatnot. So just so you can master it first. Doing the math, like and looking at my mentees, it takes about 8 to 15 hours to master NNT, the strategy that I teach. And in 8 hours or 15 hours, you should be able to understand direction, understand what trades are with the trend, and then take only A++ trades. Because I average over, like realistically, it's like 92%. I need to look again. But yeah, I'm just going to try yours on the one TopStep funded. Yeah, I would backtest it first. It's refunded. Nice. Yeah, are you going for 1-to-1 or higher RR? And is your win rate really low or is it pretty high? I really like the zone. The tap isn't clear, so I'm not gonna take it. But the pattern still happens, so I can still gauge direction with it. So I'm gonna leave it on for now. But I love scalping. I'm good at it, so I just want to focus on that. Took 3 years just to learn that. Yeah, dude, I ran in 6 years, like in circles for 6 years. Like I had no idea what I was doing for so long. I have a high win rate, but close to 1.5 R. Okay, so I'm gonna break down a few things and like what I do and like everything else. Just give me a second. Let me drink some water real quick. Okay, so this would be the plan. Um, since you do love scalping, then you understand what I'm doing. I'm just looking for this pattern. To the upside and to the downside. And since the strategy, but I still go on tilts. Gotta avoid that. Oh yeah, that's literally what I fix. That's why like the mentorship is so valuable. I'm gonna tell you how I fix that. Let me take the sweater off though real quick. Give me a second. Okay, so you're gonna hop in, you're gonna master the strategy, and you do that by submitting your backtest. So I would make you get TradingView. I would tell you, hey, you need to backtest this window of time and this window of time exactly. So it would be from 9:40 to 11 and 12:30 to 1:30 Central Time. If you don't have those times available, I have another one for London session that I can give you. But those two are mostly everybody can show up for. If you can, that'd be awesome. You're gonna backtest those windows of time specifically. You're gonna watch the course one time also, and all the course is gonna tell you everything to do. And the course is really short. So in about if you submit 3 backtests a day and you just did that for 3 weeks, or if you just submitted the whatever the total number of backtests that is, I can tell you if you're eligible to hop back on your prop firm account by seeing if you can gauge direction and gauge the strategy correctly. And then I would prove you for prop. You would then get a prop firm account. You would risk the entire account on one trade or 2 trades, 3 trades, whatever you can do. Just risk as much as you can so you can rush the process and passing. Then you can stay funded. How I avoid tilt is that I hammer down habits on you so you master these habits that your subconscious picks up. So now you're on autopilot because your subconscious is doing it and there's less intuition and there's more just checklists, rules, follow the rules. So tilt is non-existent because your subconscious has already picked up so many habits you've done backtesting. So when you start trading, it's the same habits, like nothing has changed. So you're doing exactly what you did backtesting when you're trading for real. You can't trade the 5 second time frame on my funded futures because they don't allow trades less than, I don't remember what it was. I think it's like 1 minute or I don't know. They just don't allow scalping. Maybe they changed it, but I don't think you can. Jeremy, how often do you go a morning time without a trade? So right now, Han, um, since it is the beginning of the year, December is the hardest um, month to trade because price action is so bad. So like a lot of people build their accounts because they don't know what they're doing. Um, like it's just it's a humble jumble mess. But it's just because price action hasn't cleared up yet, and price action isn't going to clear up until the end of January. So things are not going to clear up until like beginning of February or middle February. So then we'll start finding trades. So on average, before I would come on and I would find a play pretty early, like at 10 o'clock, or like I don't know, later in the day. Like I would be able to skip afternoon because all my trades would be done. I'll take 3 trades or 2 trades, and that would be done in the morning session, so I can skip afternoon because there's so many opportunities. But since we're getting such bad price action in the beginning of the year and the end of the year, we just have to wait for it to chill out. So we're just kind of just waiting. We're like we have a trash can, so whatever play that comes up, we're ready for it. We catch it. But it's just like price action is just so bad. Um, and as you can see too, I I do so well because I skip on so many plays. That just shows like I'm a real trader. It's harder to do that later in the year because there's so much more opportunity. So you have to like really be selective. But so after you master the skill, and you're gonna Han, since you are starting now, you're gonna be back testing in December, which is the hardest time to trade. So you're gonna learn in a hard market. So you'll master it even faster because you're in a tough environment. Have you tried the tick charts? Yeah, but pretty good with payouts. Yeah, I feel like every prop firm is good with payouts if you're just consistent. Um, have you tried this on tick charts at all? Yes, I used to. I think it was like the 500 or 100 tick. I don't remember what it was. It like resembled the 15 second because I used to trade the 15 second time frame. But then when I switched to 5 second, I didn't bother. I haven't looked or compared a tick chart to the 5 second because the 5 second works for me. Um, what I'm doing too is like 5 second might sound crazy and I'm like might sound like a little like too much noise. It's just but it's so easy because the strategy is so mechanical. So we're just looking for this pattern and it's so easy to spot the more you do it. And I want a high win rate too. So like I have more opportunities to look or to find that high win rate play. Hold on. Getting a call. Give me 1 second. Hello? I'm live. Mm-hmm. Okay. My bad. Um, but yeah, I think that's it. I don't know if I have any much more to say. Uh, it just sucks. Like we've just been in a y'all just starting like in a bad time. Y'all seeing a rough environment, but it'll clear up the rest of the year. Like you know how these candles look all barcoded? Like that doesn't normally happen except in tough environments. Mm. And like those people that are making money in December, doing so well in December, it's because they've already mastered their strategy. So like they know when to pass and like when to take the trade. Mm. I don't know if you're using a copier, JK, but I recommend using Replicanto, and you can have multiple Tradevate, like CQGs, and one Rhythmic. Why do people say December is a bad month to trade? Um, it's because price action. Price action means how the candles are being formed. I guess the most simple way to explain it is that, like this right here, it looks like a barcode if you squint your eyes. In December and in January, well, like a candle will move. Like when these candles will move, like a big move happens, and then we chop the entire time. So let me show you right here. If you look on the top left right here, the 1 minute time frame where candles formed every minute, you see this big move that happened, all this strength, all these buyers pushing, and then what? We just chop. We just go up and down. We're just chopping, 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 chopping. And we can't find a trade when we're chopping. We're just barcoding. So there's nothing to do. So we just sit and wait. And people are struggling and they're blowing their accounts because they don't know what they're doing. They don't know what they're looking for. So they're entering December like confused already, like not fully, they don't have no foundation, and then they're just blowing their accounts. And keep in mind, you can like not have no idea what you're doing and you can still reach payout. You can still make $10,000 like having no idea what you're doing because this is probabilities. This is full probabilities. You can get a chicken or a dog to trade and one more than likely will get payout because this is all probabilities. So I have something called an edge, which is just a strategy, and I follow the strategy. and I make money doing that. So I just follow this edge. It tells me when to buy or sell, and I have a high win rate because I'm selective. So when price action is more clean, or let's say like this December price action, out of all this BS, I'll see like a small window of time. I'll see a setup happen. I take that trade in that small window of time, and then we go back to the bullshit, like the BS barcoding. Excuse my language. So like, but I'm only able to perform because I've been doing this for so long. I've been watching NQ, this ticker specifically, every single day since last year October. So like I back test these exact same times, so like I kind of know what's gonna happen most of the time. I only use copier just within the platform. I avoid using cross-platform copiers just to avoid blowing on the accounts if I go on tilt. Oh, because you're still tilting. I understand. Um, do you feel like you don't fully understand your strategy? Like, do you feel like you're still kind of confused of when to put your stops and your take profit? It seems like you have like no solid like real foundation. What I normally do is, because Quantower you can have multiple Rhythmic and multiple CQG like Tradevate, and then if you make TradingView your primary um, parent account, you can copy trade all of them using TradingView. But I think NinjaTrader and Replicanto is the best copy trader to use because it's been in the game for so long. But yeah, um, Snow basically people blow in December because they don't know what they're doing, and they enter a tough market, and they're not going to perform well because it's just a game of probabilities. And like I always say, I average such a high win rate, and any strategy can average such a high win rate. I'm not doing anything special. All I'm doing is determining direction. If you can determine direction by using your strategy, you take a bet uh, with direction, like you're betting with direction, you will have a high win rate. People like never build their foundation, and they don't have like a set amount of rules, set size, set times to trade. They don't have like real habits and like no real foundation, so they just struggle for so long. But it's a hard pill to swallow. Like it's not easy to accept that you don't know what you're doing. Like I literally just ran in circles for 6 years. Like I had no idea what I was doing. I do know what to do, but it's just me and my ego not allowing me to take some losses. Um, I don't know if you've seen Top Step X's lockout feature. Maybe you just need a break. Maybe you need a back test. Um, I like if I set up a hold on to it for life. Lol. Oh, maybe that's what it is. So, JK, what you're telling me is, you do know what you're doing, but I'm also getting a lot of information that you don't know what you're doing, and you're also telling me it's your ego. So, I'm I'm pretty sure your ego is just in the way of you taking a step back. You're not going to be profitable in the long term if you continue to go on tilt still. I think you just need to have a lot of like set rules that you can follow and then backtest those rules. And if you're not journaling, you're not going to be profitable either. I'm assuming that you're journaling all your trades and stuff and going over your trades. I think our ego is what kills most of us. It hinders a lot of our growth. And it's okay, like to admit that like you don't fully understand what you're doing, but you're saying you're getting funded, you're getting payouts. But if you're still hitting tilt, then like something's wrong, and you need to take a step back. There should be no reason if you're getting funded and still going on tilt. That means you just like have bad habits still or something. Jeremy, mind sharing why you made that red range there? Oh yes, of course. The pattern is still happening. So let me show you. Here's a bearish example. We're looking for the pattern. Remember that swing high, that swing low, recreate the zone. We have our pattern or trade. I want to look for the perfect pattern. So I'm always scanning, I'm always looking. I see the pattern happen here. The swing low, the swing high, that sweep. I forgot to mention that. The tap on the zone. But this is a first flip. meaning that it's like the before we change direction. So this is a first flip. I don't take first flips. Also, too, this is extremely counter trend. We're clearly bullish. We're clearly going up. I'm not going to take a counter trend trade, but the pattern still played out. So I'm going to mark it for direction. So if we don't close above this, which also has a resistant line, the green line, if we don't close with a 1 minute candle, I can then start looking for bearish plays because we're coming down. So I need that 1 minute body close that we always talk about. We get that 1 minute body close and we can confirm that we're still bullish, and I continue to look for bullish trades. But realistically right now, I can say we're bullish, but we're ranging, we're rejecting a resistant line, we're in a 15-minute zone, and we're respecting this 5-second zone. We might just dump. I don't know yet. I'm just gonna wait, but I can determine right now what's happening, and I'm ready for it. So I can find a trade in that direction, and then that's how I find my A++ setups, because I'm following that direction. I'm following all my criteria. That pattern played out so perfectly, and then I take the trade. So I just sit and wait until it happens. But normally, if the morning session is bad, the afternoon session will also be bad. It's not often where the morning will be bad and afternoon will be good. It doesn't really happen. So like Han, I know you were talking about just trading in the morning. Like if I were you, I honestly just you take one trade a day and just do the morning session. So just look for one trade, take your one trade and hop off for the day. So then you get good at it. You can pass accounts, and then you can grow your funded accounts. And then we'll get you on the copier. So just keep doing it again and again. And like you really only need like 5 accounts to quit your job. I mean, it wouldn't be that hard to get there. But I would want you to have a cushion, of course, and all the other stuff. But we'll get there. We'll get there. So as you can see here, like the play happened. We got the tap, and the play still happened. We filled 50%. We hit take profit. All textbook setup, but it's counter trend. The first flip, I'm not gonna take it. Yo, Michael, dude, it's been so good. Thank you for asking. I have I got a lot more people in the mentorship. Everything's been growing a lot. I've been maintaining that 90% win rate, just being selective. Now in these live streams, I just flip accounts now, like to pass, and then I'll go back to my normal size when I'm on the copier. So right now we're on. Remember I told you earlier how you mentioned Tradeify? I'm just doing a intraday trailing drawdown challenge, and I'm just risking the whole account on a trade. But we just haven't found anything. Price action's been real bad. With the work schedule, I can manage in trading. Yeah, that's awesome, Han. 90% is crazy. Yeah, any strategy can be 90%, and you know that, Michael. We're just got to be selective here. With the thing that I'm doing that's so amazing, I don't have any more tilt days. Like tilt doesn't happen anymore. But it's just because I've just been so focused on one setup and nothing else, just this one model. And then I figured out how to determine direction using this one model. So I'm just taking trades with the trend. And this is how I maintain such a high win rate. And then I have like no tilt. I'm not trying to force anything at all. I'm just sitting here and waiting. And then I also backtest these same windows at times too. So obviously I'm gonna like just be good at it regardless. Just a quick analysis on the session. We have been ranging and nothing has happened at all. I have this red zone to determine direction, and I want a 1 minute close above it and maybe look for a bullish play. I see a bullish play right here. I can show you. Oh, that is terrible. There was a bullish play right here, but never mind. Yeah, I know how I said earlier, I'm pretty sure we're going to dump. I didn't expect this, but we dumped. That's funny. Is that 15-second chart? No, this is the 5-second chart. I used to trade the 15-second, but I get more opportunity on the 5-second. Just a quick recap. How was I able to predict that we were going to dump from here? And maybe we don't keep going down, but I think we are. We are in a 15-minute zone. So the exact same pattern that I look for, I just look for it on a higher time frame. I marked out that 15-minute zone. We just entered that. I also have these resistant lines that I use on a Fibonacci. So I just place them in the beginning of the session. And so this green line right here was the resistant line. And then I found our pattern again. It's not in the perfect way, right at the resistant line. So I'm getting a lot of confirmation that we're going to dump. And it happened. But it didn't dump as much. I really expected us to dump like to here, to the zone that I was planning to trade. But I'm surprised that it's reacting right now. Michael said the green box was like a 2-second win. I know this isn't ideal. I like this setup, but I do not like how we didn't get a clear tap. So I just skipped on it, but I just marked it for direction. And I'm just looking for the pattern again and again. And it happens in all different ways. That's how I'm able to gauge direction. So I'm just looking for this pattern, and it can happen in the wrong way. So like it happened here, it just happened in the wrong way. So I still mark it for direction, but I just won't take it because it's not my perfect setup. I can go over the setup too real quick. Oh, you're funny. Thought your screen lost pixels when the black candle dumped. Oh yeah, that's hilarious. It's like news and stuff. What causes or cause that? I normally don't trade 30 minutes before or after red news because I'm so big on volatility. Yes, is there any video about your strategy? I have a million videos. I have like if you go on my YouTube channel, I also have an Instagram called New Name Trading. It's the same username. But if you go on my YouTube channel, I have a million videos on the strategy. I have a mentorship that I help you master the strategy in like 3 weeks. Then you can, if you join the mentorship, literally give me 3 weeks and you'll be profitable. Yeah, I have so much info. All my socials is all around NNT, the strategy right here. That's all I talk about. They're all just hooks, like just get you to click, and then I provide some value or like value, and then I push mentorship, and then I talk about the strategy just again and again and again. That's all I do. Rana, I don't know if I've seen you around. I like that you're asking questions. So as you can see, all we've done is just range. We're going nowhere. Ranging means that we're just going up and down between two zones. So like right here. And all we've done is just chop inside a zone. I would have liked this play if we had a more of a clear tap, but we didn't, so I skipped on it. As you can see, like we always respect these zones I mark out all the time. Like we're always respecting them. Sorry, it's getting text right now. Just want to see what they were real quick. I have like a cut on my tongue, so like it's hard to eat and drink. So I'm trying not to do it in the mic. But if I do it in the mic, just let me know so I can move it back. I'm gonna go turn the AC down too because it's a little hot. Give me 1 second. Dude, this sucks. I really thought we are gonna bust. We just respected the zone and looks like we're going up still. I still see nothing. I see like an extremely minuscule play. I'm not gonna take it, but more likely might deliver. It's right here. Oh, we got a cat. This one is called Bat. Here, come here, almost. She wants to say hi. Come on, buddy, give me something. Gargle some salt over the cut. Thank you for telling me. Yeah, I just did last night. I gotta do it today too. Thanks for reminding me. Just forgot. Come on, brother, do something. I don't like this. You can see the spaces between the 5-second candles. That means volatility is missing. That means we're unstable. We still got till 1:30 Central Time. Yeah, we got like 25 minutes. So maybe we'll get some volume and hopefully we'll find a play. There's been times where I found a play like last second. So we'll see. And those who are new, why I only trade these windows at a time is just because it's the most stable volatility. The most consistent stable volatility. Because the strategy still works. At any other window of time, even in Asia session, but I want higher probability, so I'm not gonna risk it. Oh, this one. How I do higher RR on this strategy specifically is I just go for the eternal swing. So like if I did go for this, it would be the eternal swing would be right here. So a target the eternal swing. Pretty cool. Dude, risk management is the most important. Yeah, especially with 1-to-1. What I tell the mentees is just 3 trades or 2 losses and hop off. And then like so I make them submit everything, and I want to see their like dashboard journals with prop. So if I see a mess up, I'll just make them submit X amount of back tests again, just so they learn their lesson. There's a punishment, like the psychology punishment thing in there, and then so then they don't do it again, obviously. But it's just all habits, and then it's the habits that I make them pick up while they're back testing, so they can apply it when they're trading. Why would you avoid, or why would you avoid for that green or origin? Oh, like why would I not trade it? I just didn't get my perfect pattern. This pattern that I'm looking for. Let me show you. Make it green. Oops. Ah, sorry. Look. You ready? Swing high, swing low, swing high, swing low. Tap on the zone. Not really. It's super weak. I want a more clear tap. And then the break of structure. Tap, break of structure. So like the pattern still happened. It just happened the wrong way. It's not perfect for me, so I'm gonna skip on it. But I'll leave them out to mark them for direction. So I see that we haven't closed below it. We're still bullish. And yeah, that's it. So I leave it marked out. We respected it. And we're moving up. I marked this one out too because I knew this was going to fail. I knew this was going to fail 50% and take profit. And I was like, oh, we're going to dump. But I didn't expect us to reject this. I expected us to cut through. Would you not count the full swing on the first tap from TTFIAT? Would you not count the first? Thanks. Oh, I think, okay. I don't really understand your question exactly, but the strategy that I have, it doesn't follow any of Diogenes or DTFX's rules. I've cut down a lot. I've made like certain criteria, and then like I have a course that like they can learn how to gauge direction, so that it just cuts out a lot of things. So everything is just real easy to like implement and find. The whole goal is just like I wanted these mentees to come in, know exactly what to do, and then like almost instantly be profitable. And that's basically what I've achieved so far. But I just want to make it better and better. So like I'm constantly asking for their opinion on like what I need to change or if anything they're confused about, so I can help them. But on average, looking at the math, it takes about 8 to 15 hours to fully master my strategy, and then like 3 weeks and you'll be consistent. What I'm doing is like I eliminate the tilt because you're only looking for that A++ setup, and you're passing on so much, but you're passing on so much becomes a habit. It's like you really know what it takes to win. And if you look at their stats, it's so crazy. Like it's like I have a novice mentee and I have a mentee who was a boom and bust trader blowing all these accounts. It's so awesome, like seeing their stats, like, and they just started 3 weeks ago, so it's so crazy. I can't imagine how they're gonna be in a year. Oh, here he goes. Okay, so we're switching to bullish here. We got that 1 minute body close about to happen. Let's see here. Yep. Locking it all. 19 seconds for us to close above. We're, I think knowing exactly what you're looking for. Dude, yeah. And like sticking to one model and nothing else. And like the exact same times. Like it's just too perfect. Yeah. Okay, so like I would have taken this if it was not made how it was made. This would have been, or like I would 100% taken this, but I do not like how we had the candles spawn in, meaning this was created off like news or some random influx of volatility. I'm not gonna take that trade on it, but I 1000% would have if it didn't get created the way it did. Because then I can't trust that this is a real zone because the news that happened or whatever caused this big move to happen, which more than likely is just some news. Also, too, like if you ask anybody who's made over 1 million trading, they're gonna just tell you just focus on one model, one session, and just do one trade. And that's basically what I'm teaching. Dude, yeah, they've really gotten absolutely nothing. This sucks. I hate days where like we just sit and we can't find a single setup. It's been like that all month, last month. I think I got like a handful of trades last month. I don't know how much it was. I need to look. And I think I only took like 2 losses or 1 loss. I don't remember. Pretty cool. Yeah, so we ain't doing nothing. Come on. I'm just like I said, I'm just hoping for a random influx of volatility and we find a setup. We still got about like 17 minutes. And if y'all have any questions at all, please ask. The strategy is like really simple. I have so many videos on it. The mentorship will just take you to profitability almost immediately. What else? I don't know. I wish I could do more for y'all. Like I can show y'all more. Like the whole gimmick of NNT is just so that you're focused. It's like you just stay on one strategy, like one model. So like, okay, I'm only looking for NNT. I'm only looking for with the trend, not counter trend plays, then execute. Yeah, so we haven't had that. Oh, we did have it. If you look really close here, this is that 1 minute. Hopefully you're still watching Han. Okay, let me make this more tight right here and I can show you. So when I say that 1 minute body close over the zone, you can see right here that 1 minute body close. Then we can start to have confluence that were bullish. And then look what happened. We ended up being bullish. So then like in a situation like this, if I'm in a range or something, I don't know what direction is. I'm like, oh, we're bullish now. Let me look for a bullish trade. In this situation, like if you found a setup in this zone, in a zone right here, it'd be okay to take because the zone's already mitigated. And this zone is useless. So if you found a bullish zone right here while switching to bullish, it's a good trade. It's a really good trade because you're with the trend and it's all A++. It follows all the criteria. And even if you had a resistant line in the zone too, even more confluence to take it because you're finding a trade with a trend. But obviously when you backtest more, you'll see this happen because you're trading, you're backtesting the same times day in and day out. So you're going to see the same things happen again and again. And I'm pretty sure y'all do know, but these candles are moving because of real people. Real people are buying and selling, and real people are predictable. So price and price action becomes predictable because they're just doing the same thing all the time. when they say you're competing against like hedge funds and you're competing against like other people in the market, you really are. Like you really are fighting against these other people. But you succeed by taking a step back. You can get yourself a mentor or it's finding a strategy that someone can teach you and really mastering that strategy, really backtesting it, really understanding it, journaling, doing all the good stuff, and then you succeed. That's all it takes. So no one has direction. Everyone thinks they can do this by themselves, and then they just keep booming and busting. So, hopefully you're still watching, Han. You know how I said that when you get that 1 minute close above, whatever bullish play, you find that play. See how it still happened? The pattern still played out. Not perfectly. The tap happened too early, but we still hit 50%. We still hit take profit. It still delivered. It still happened, but it just wasn't A++. It wasn't perfect, so I'm not gonna take it. But we can actually get rid of this though, and then use this for direction. Actually, I think I like this one better. Yeah, I like this one better. Come on, brother. Give me something. Do you ever use the eternal structure for zones? If you mean eternal structure like the higher time frame eternal structure or like for zones. To zones, I make zones on the 15-minute time frame and I just basically how I determine direction. And on the 5 second, I'm continuously making zones on the 5 second and to gauge direction. And then if I find a zone that's perfect on the 5 second, I take that trade. So like I'm making these zones continuously because I can gauge direction. We're still bullish. I just haven't found anything on the way. But typically throughout the year, we're not dealing with this bullshit of like price doing nothing. We have a lot more movement. We have a lot more setups. Even if you backtest like any day that's not January or December, you'll see it. And the only like higher time frame analysis I do is just the 1 minute, 15 minute. I don't go above that at all. I don't really need to. The strategy kind of just does everything else for me. So I'm just looking for the same pattern on the higher time frames. So there's like I don't really have to learn anything else. I'm just focused on the same things. The same skill too that like I'm able to know what zones hold. I apply that same skill to the higher time frames. So like I know what 15-minute zones are holding. Also too with my Fibonacci lines that I draw out, like this line right here is one of those Fibonacci lines. Right here, also, this dash line is a middle of a 15-minute zone. So I'm pretty confident we're going to reject this 15-minute zone and deliver it. So if that does happen, I can find a trade that's bearish. Like that's how I'm just constantly using direction. But until we get there, I'm finding trades that are bullish. And there's been a few live streams where I've been in that exact situation where we had a resistance line at a 15-minute zone. And then I waited for a big confirmation and I took in the trade bearish because we rejected it. Just doing the same things overs and overs again. Maybe we get something right here. There's a play right here, but there's no like real sweep. So I'm not going to take it, but you can see. It more likely would deliver also. This is just like, it's sweeping somewhat accumulation. Yeah. I don't think we're going to get a setup anytime soon. I kind of want to take this, to be honest. I like how strong we pulled away. Let's see where standard deviation is at. Ooh, I don't know. I'm a bit uncertain. I'm a bit uncertain about this. Let me see here. Let me do a little deeper analysis. I just don't like how the sweep is ass. Okay. No, I'm not gonna take this. This is too small. Man, I kind of want to. If we break structure again, I'll take it. Like if we break right here, I'll take it. Yeah, nothing. Whole lot of nothing. Yeah, it sucks. Okay, yeah, I don't see nothing else. No, no. Okay. My favorite plays are the ones where we tap late, break structure. I think it's gonna happen because we're bullish still. I'll be ready for it. If it doesn't happen, then it doesn't happen. I'll just move on. Yeah. I'll skip on it. See if it failed. We'll find out right now. Oh, it would my take profit would have been hit if I would have taken it. That's pretty cool. Why do I like this play so much? It's just because we were so bullish. We had a strong natural pull down. It wasn't a proper sweep, but it was still pretty strong. It wasn't because of the news. It was just typical price action. We respected the zone. We came out real strong, tapped it perfectly, and then more volatility again, just like the setup that we do. Here, let me show you the setup too. Taps the zone, took off, had all that volatility leaving. I loved it. I was like, I want to take this. But since we've been chopping a lot, I wanted that break of structure to happen still to respect the zone even more. And we didn't break structure, so I didn't take it. But as you can see, it delivered. But more than likely, we're going to dump now. I don't expect the zone to hold. Seems like we've been a little too overextended here. We might come down to here for a little bit. Let's see, it might hold, but I don't think it will. As you can see, like what I'm doing is I'm passing on so many setups. So like, even if I do find a great setup and it does work out, it's okay because we're following our rules. We pass on it, we move on. This is how I maintain such a high win rate. So I just keep doing this overs and overs again. And it's really not special at all because if I can do it, you can do it too. Okay, this zone is being really respected, but we're chopping it up. Which gives me an indication it's not going to hold. Oh, I see a zone right here. Yeah, I can't take this though. That's too ugly. It's way too ugly. Yeah, I'm not gonna take that. Um. Oh, let's see. So if we break this red zone, I mean this green zone, I'm gonna take it off, and then I'll leave the red zone up. Yeah, I do not expect this green zone to hold at all. I expect us to come swim around here before we make a decision. Or before price makes a decision. I'm gonna get rid of this anyway. Yeah, see, that was expected. I kind of like this play, to be honest. Let me see here. I don't know. I don't know. I do like this though. That's a hard decision. Let's see. Let me check something real quick. Standard deviation. Ooh. Okay. I don't know yet. This is nerve-wracking. Let me see. Okay, I don't like taking first splits, but I do like everything that just happened. Yeah. Let me put my order here. So what I was looking for is a tap on the green zone below. Oh, never mind. I would have taken it if we tapped here and didn't fill 50%, but since we are filling, never mind. Another indication I'll take it is if we close with a 1 minute down here. I'll take it. Yeah, never mind. I'm not gonna take it no more. Oh, that sucks. Okay, I'll explain right now. So I like this a lot. I like the pattern. I like what was happening. I was down for it. But what I wanted was I wanted price to come down, tap the green zone, then come up, then come down and fill 50%. But that didn't happen. We already mitigated this. That means that we're still bullish, and I'm gonna be in the way of a bullish trend. Nice dub. Yep. I don't know what you mean by that, but I'll agree. Damn, this sucks. Yeah, I really want to take this play up here. But I normally don't like waiting for the afternoon session after 1:30 Central Time, because we just get like a random influx of volatility, which is lower probability. So yeah, see, I'm glad that I didn't take this up here because I don't like this at all. I don't like what's happening. So hopefully I didn't confuse you. So I wanted price to come out, tap the green zone, leaving it unmitigated still, so it still needs to be mitigated. Price would come up, fill me, and then come back to come mitigate it. But since it came down and mitigated it already, came down and mitigated the zone, filling all these orders, it's picking up all these orders, and it's gonna come back and just bust through, keep going on its bullish trend. So it'd just be dumb for me to take this because it would be counter trend. What I was saying too is like, okay, maybe if we get that 1 minute candle and then we close, but there's not enough time, and that's not going to happen in 3 minutes. There's not enough time for that to happen. So I'm more likely going to have to pass on this. But I do like it a lot. It sucks. I'll wait the last 3 minutes and see what happens, but I won't take it. We also have a resistance line right here that we've been respecting greatly. You see? Just don't want to be in the way of a bullish trend. It can be a bit frustrating having to take my orders off or cancel trades. It can be a bit annoying because I'm just sitting here doing nothing. But obviously you're gonna be in the same situations I am, so hopefully you learn from it. I think the worst is like waiting so long for a trade and then it fills 40% and mitigates it already, so then I have to take it off. Like that's just frustrating. Let's see. Oh man, on the live stream, it was Monday, I think, on the afternoon session. Price came in and then like barely hit my stop loss and then came and hit my take profit. I was like, no. It was like by like one tick. It was crazy. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna do anything now. Well, I think that just ends it for the session. If y'all have any questions, please message me, ask me. I'd love to help y'all. That concludes our session today. We got 1 minute to see if it's gonna fill up here, but I doubt it. Just want to see what happens. Yeah, I got my journal here that I've been ready to fill out, but there's nothing to put here, so no nothing. Bad price action today. Lame day. All right. Okay, now 0. Thank you, Han. I love that you show up, Han, because like it shows that you want more in life. Like I generally enjoy it. Let's see. Lazy, super cute. Okay. Let me fill this out real quick. 0 trades. Nothing. And then, okay, that's my journal for the day. Mr. Han. Oh, look, we're respecting the zone. How cool. I'm pretty sure it's going to deliver too. I just don't want to be in the way of a bullish trade. All right, I'm going to take a counter trend trade. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate y'all. Thank you, Michael and Han. All right, I'm hopping off now. No trades today. Kind of sucks. But hopefully we have better price action Monday. I should be live streaming all week next week. I don't see why I missed any days. Okay, as hard as my work schedule and whatnot, I want a future. Yeah, huh? And it's only gonna get harder too. So, season of sacrifice, you got it. I believe in you. We all do, and you know you can do it. I know you can do it. Thank y'all so much once again. I'll be hopping off. All right.